Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Are you eating well? Are you sleeping well? Hope you guys doing fine. So, there's a lot of stuff to catch up with, but let's start with this. Yup, that's me at the back somewhere at the PaperX viewing party in Singapore. It was super fun cuz you know what? We made it. We actually made it. My pred was right. The only right team I got was PaperX. And here's a few glimpses from the watch party. So this was the watch party. It's me at the back, and this was the gaming cafe and story time. So there was this aim battle kind of thing where you had to shoot hard bots in range. Full armor. It was a best of two. You get two chances, and your best score will be counted. So I was tied with one other person here, and the prize was a something gaming mousepad, something Expulsar gaming mousepad. It's super cool. I really like that mousepad, but I was tied, and the tiebreaker rule was to spin the wheel. So yeah, I lost the tiebreaker because I guess all of my luck got used up in sending PaperX to Toronto. But overall, it was a pretty fun event. I would love to go again. And you know what? I could have scored maybe 23, but I messed up, I feel like. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Also, I got a new mic if you didn't notice. Anyway, there's a lot of drama to catch up with. So, PaperX qualified. Yes, I'm so happy. And after which, RRQ won the grand finals. So this is what the matches looked like. It was DRX versus PaperX, battle of the RXs in the lower round 3, the determining match for Masters Toronto. PaperX won but lost to RRQ in the lower final, and RRQ went on to win the grand final of Pacific, their first ever win, their first ever VCT trophy, and now they are at an international event. So good for them, I guess. Anyway, there's a lot of drama that we gotta catch up with. So, this tweet from Benedict, who was the manager for Bleed Esports, I believe, tweets this out. That instead of splashing money on superstars, they should have built a core team that understands each other and enjoys playing with each other. Essentially, saying that Bleed last year spent or splashed money on superstars, implying that this was yay, which was also suggested by Crazy Guy's reply. Wait, I think I know this. Essentially saying that, yeah, rosters are not just built on signing superstars, but team chemistry is what matters more. And also people in the chat saying, as a viewer, I still miss that old roster that won Ascension that year without that superstar who has already been washed completely. So a bit of a drama there, stating that maybe signing Ye wasn't the best decision by Bleed Esports. But this was the real drama that happened last week between the coaches of Talon and DRX. So this is what happened before the match, where the coaches are supposed to fist bump each other, essentially saying, oh, let's have a good game. But this is what happens.
They're really hot, so they want to use what they learned yesterday and bring it up.
Oh my god. Just no.
So Frost decides to not fist bump Termi, but later goes and addresses the players that, oh, this is not about you. I'm fine with you guys. It's about this guy. And Termi here he's shook. He's like, what? How can you do that? This is he's completely shook because he's never seen anything like it. And what this beef is based off is apparently a mistranslation from some old interview where Termi says something about Frost and his manners, but it was mistranslated to something about Frost's mother. So we don't know about the details, but it was based on a mistranslation. And another thing that caused this drama was scrim leaks. So Frost, the coach of Talon, has accused a lot of Korean teams, stating that they have been gaining competitive advantages by leaking scrims. So what leaking scrims essentially means is that, let's say Genji and Talon have a match. So if DRX and Talon are scrimming, DRX will tell Genji, oh, this is the comp they are playing. Oh, you should be aware of these strats that they're using. You know, leaking any of the strats that Talon have cooked up. So this is what Frost was accusing the Korean teams of, to which Termi responds, To put it clearly, DRX has never leaked any scrims. And he goes about saying that they were also victims of scrim leaks back in 2021. They considered to be deeply unprofessional, and they are extremely cautious when arranging scrims. So he tells Coach Frost, if you have evidence, give it to us, show it to us, publicly release the proof that you have submitted to Riot Games, and if not, I will retire tomorrow. So essentially saying within 24 hours, if you do not show any credible evidence, then I will retire. And 24 hours left, but there was no tweet or evidence from the side of Frost. He's stating that, yeah, it's just an allegation. There's no proof of it. So there were tweets backing both sides of this drama. So a bunch of Korean players came and said that, no, this has never happened. I have been on DRX, and Termi is a great guy. I'm very grateful towards him. They are all very respectful people, and they have never leaked any scrims. And on the other side, Governor, who was on Talon previously, saying that I have nothing to gain from this, but last year on Talon we had proof, okay, of some teams scrim sharing and showed it, but yeah, Riot just didn't really care and told us they couldn't enforce anything from what I understood. So a lot of people asked Governor to share this proof, because if Riot dismissed that proof, then it must not have been strong enough, right? So there's arguments to be made from either side. From scrim sharing point of view, you can say, oh, obviously these teams are going to be sharing details of scrims with each other because they are friends with each other. And from Termi's perspective, you can say, oh, there's no proof of it, so what are you going to do? Anyway, so since there's no evidence, I guess the drama ends right there. But we will see in the future, because the future games where Talon will face any Korean teams are gonna be interesting to watch. Do they fist bump each other before the match? Does the Korean coach back off? Does Frost back off? We don't know. It's gonna be interesting in Stage 2. And speaking of Stage 2, the groups have been drawn. So, again, there was a drama regarding this as well. There's been so much drama. Oh my god. So the groups have been drawn based on the Stage 1 results. So what that means is that playoffs was not taken into account, and this is what Ye tweeted, because he was a bit frustrated about this, and rightfully so, because in the Americas, Ye, who is on EG, ended up being 4th in the after the playoffs, whereas in the group stage, they were the 4th seed in their group, which is not a very good placement. It's like 7th, 8th, but after the playoffs, they ended being 4th. So the groups in Americas turned out to be like this, but it could have been more in favor of EG if playoffs was considered. Because if you look at it this way, G2 and Sen are the top 2 teams in Americas because they made the finals of the Stage 1 playoffs, and they are on the same group. How does that make sense? And for teams like 2G and Furia, especially 2G, this is pretty messed up. Because how are they going to be top 4 in this group and make playoffs? They need to make playoffs or they get relegated. So maybe if it was based on playoffs, it would have been a better scenario for a lot of teams. I guess G2 have nothing to complain about, neither do Sen, because this is pretty obvious in Group Alpha who's going to be top 4. And in Group Omega, it's a bit more messed up, seems like. Anyway, so yeah, even Ye tweeted that NA used to be number 1 at drama. The other regions are catching up. We gotta step it up. And moving on to more drama in the Americas, we have FNS stepping down. He's no longer on the playing 5 of NRG. He's still part of NRG, but he's benched. And in place of him, NRG have signed Scuba, who was on the Qbert Academy, and also re-signed Bonkar as their head coach. So interesting changes there. Next, we have Tens, who is no longer officially on Sentinels as part of Sentinels. It's bittersweet, but he's excited for this new chapter, and obviously he'll always support the team, support his boys, and obviously some funny interactions there from Jing and Tens. So that's that. And now some more roster drama from the side of Americas on Leviathan. So right after their loss in the playoffs, in the group stage, because they didn't even make playoffs, they tweet this out. So Demon 1 and Rossi being benched right away. And after which, Demon 1, that's all he types, LFT, looking for team. So there's no like, oh, thank you, thank you for the opportunity, thank you for, I had a good time with you, nothing like that. It's just LFT. So seems like things did not end on a very good note. And this is what the current roster of Leviathan looks like. King, Tex, and Com. Nathang still inactive. We don't know if he's still on contract and if they can like bring him back. Maybe that could happen, but they still need a fifth, like they still need a duelist player. So we still don't know about that. And after this, Chet, the ex-NRG coach, tweets this out. People can blame Itopada all they want, but your GOAT, Demon 1, has slept during practice multiple times for 2 years in a row. So now why this matters? Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't know why he did this. But we know Chet does this all the time. It's just him. And why this matters is because Demon 1 was an NRG when Chet was the coach. So he's essentially saying, oh, guys, I know what your GOAT has been doing because I was the coach. He's been on a team with me. So listen to me, trust me. That's what he's saying essentially. And Demon 1 replies to it saying, never had any issues with you or said anything bad, but I wish you all the best. To which Chet replies, plenty of people have came to me without me asking, saying you're talking negatively about me to others. So a bit of a back and forth there with everyone clowning on Chet saying, why would you tweet about this? We all know there's gonna be drama. There's gonna be internals of the team that we do not know. And we should not know because it's part of the team. Let it be hidden. But Chet just comes out and tweets this, to which Angel also says, good example of how to ruin your career. Everyone who works at Tier 1 have a lot of stories to share. Yeah, exactly. Most of those would be affected by the storyteller perception, to be honest. But the question is, would you work with a guy who's ready to tweet something like this? Obviously not. So Twitter is not a place to share team internals or team drama. So in my opinion, he shouldn't have tweeted this. And why would you do this? You just want attention or what? Yeah, weird. Anyway, let's segue into the EMEA, and they're a week behind. So the EMEA Stage 1 winner is not decided yet, but we know two teams, Heretics and Fnatic, have made it to Toronto, and one of Team Liquid and BBL will go to Toronto, which will be decided by the match on May 17th. So good luck for that. And now talking about the teams that did not make it, one of which is Team Vitality. So Team Vitality won the kickoffs, but in Stage 1, they were the 4th seed, which put them in a pretty bad spot in the playoffs. They started off with an elimination match, which was not good for them, and they lost. So a bit of a context here. After kickoff, Team Vitality benched Trex. And this came off as a bit of a shocker to everyone because it's not like Trex had a bad performance. So it must have been some team chemistry issue or some team internals. And yeah, now we know what it was. So after Vitality's loss, eliminating them from qualifying for Toronto, Trex goes ahead and tweets this out. You can put my shoes on, but you will never fill them. Taunting Team Vitality, saying that, oh, you benched me, and now look at you. You are eliminated. You didn't even make the international. So Durka, after this, reads this tweet, obviously is very tilted, and tweets this whole thing out. Now, if you think from the perspective of Durka, who has just lost a match, probably his first international that he's not making in a long time. We know he's been in the scene for a long time, and he's made a lot of internationals. So it's got to be a bummer to not make an international, right? After being on a good team. So reading this is gonna make you furious. So he's like spilling everything, saying to Trex that as a player, you're amazing and really talented. You feel the game in a special way. All of us know that about you. But as a person, you were impossible to work with, to the point where you wasted other people's time, ruined practices, fully shut down in official matches because of your ego, and made comments that hit people on a personal level. Something that a good teammate doesn't do. I've never experienced anything like that before. So Durga goes all out and is like, "Oh, you're gonna tweet that? Let me tell people what you do on the team." To which Trex again replies, "To make things clear, since you decided to go that deep, you guys asked me to come back 2 weeks ago after benching me, which I refused. I got offered an apology from everyone in the team, including you, so posting about me being toxic, not caring, just doesn't make sense at this point. I personally don't see the need to throw mud about how you or others were inside the team, which is why I tweeted a simple meme. While I have a lot of respect for the fans and org, I couldn't come back to the team that treated me the way you guys did. Good luck going forward." So it's a bit confusing. Who do you side with here? Do you trust Durka or do you trust Trex, who is saying, "Oh, you treated me the way you did," saying that Vitality as an org didn't treat him well? What could that mean? So that's causing a lot of speculation. And funny thing is, the drama didn't end there. It actually spiked another drama from long back between Mixwell and Zeke, who were ex-professional players, 2 or 3 years ago. And Mixwell saying, "I had a deja vu moment reading this." There was a lot of back and forth between them, saying, "Oh, it's been 2 years, just move on," and whatnot. TLDR, they had a call and they sorted it out. So happy ending there, going to sleep in a good mood with a chapter closed. So that's about the drama that went on this and the past week in EMEA, Pacific, and Americas. And obviously there will be more drama coming up because we have Masters Toronto, which is gonna be an interesting watch. So don't miss out. Anyway, let me know if you like this format where I discuss about the drama, weekly drama that's happening across the regions. If you like this video, like it. I would like to know your thoughts down below in the comments regarding all of this drama. Who do you support? Are you just a spectator? Do you have any specific views on this? And if you like this kind of content, then subscribe to my channel. It helps a ton. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.